Hello everyone, welcome to the yet another episode of Tool Talk session. I know it's we are doing it after a long gap, but now we'll try to do it more often. My name is Nishant Kashyap. I'm editor of Tagma Times magazine, and on behalf of Tagma Management, I thank you all for joining today's session, uh, which is on DICE, downtime, and discipline, running a tool room in high volume auto parts. And to discuss more on this, we have with us Mr. Sunit Yadav, who is heading tool room at Uno Minda. So in next 30 to 40 minutes, we are going to discuss with him about what is it like to run a tool room in high volume automotive tier 1. What's the current status of Indian tooling industry and how we can improve to cater to the global demand. Welcome, Mr. Sunit.
Thank you so much, Mr. Nishant.
Thank you.
And welcome to
Before we
the
start the conversation, I'd just like to introduce you all with Mr. Sunit. He's a highly dynamic professional with about 30 years of rich and productive experience in tool room and manufacturing operations, design and development, engineering operations, project management with many reputed organizations. Also, he has global exposures where he has worked in mold design, manufacturing, and commissioning in USA, China, Canada, and Mexico. Uh, very diverse experience, sir. I'm looking forward to the conversation with you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
So just to start the conversation, as we know from your experience, you have spent like 30 years across various departments related to manufacturing. Could you take us briefly through that journey and tell us what attracted you towards the tool room side of manufacturing? Because earlier you were in other part of manufacturing as well, like production and operations as well.
Yeah, sure. As you have mentioned, I have spent over 30 years across engineering, tooling, and product development.
अभी फ्री है सब में?
I am able to audible.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So I have worked on everything from the product design and process planning to the tooling development and manufacturing support. And this exposure helped
Right.
me to understand how tooling directly influences the quality, productivity, cost, and delivery.
Right.
And, and what attracts me to the tool room side, it is the what I means. It is the foundation of the manufacturing. Whatever you
Hello.
I think there is some problem in connection. Hello.
Yeah, sorry, sir. We lost last 20-30 seconds.
Yeah, so I was saying what attracted me to tool room side is the opportunity to work the foundation of manufacturing.
Right.
So the tool room transform the product concept into the practical production solution. So precision
Okay.
engineering and
Okay.
problem solving. So whatever you see around you, everywhere you see the tool room involvement, right from
Right.
your
It's called
clothes.
mother industry. Yeah.
Yeah, it is the mother industry. Yeah, you are
Yeah.
saying correct. So I'm always enjoying the tackling the challenge related to the tool optimization, process improvement, quality enhancement, and the cost reduction point of view.
Okay.
So
Okay.
in tool room, we come across means every project brings a unique challenge and technical complexities, which keeps the role dynamic and rewarding. And that combination of innovation, precision of product and continuous learning, what has kept me closely connected to the tooling function throughout my career.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
And as we know that you are heading the tool room for Uno Minda, and Uno Minda is a very well-known company and supplying parts and various components across all the automotive industry like two-wheeler, passenger vehicle, commercial vehicle, four-wheeler, and everything. So, how has the nature of the tooling demand from all these segments have changed in last 5 to 7 years, 5, 10 years?
It
what
has
what
been
your
changed.
customers are demanding now from you, and how it has affected the tool rooms or tooling requirement.
Yeah, it is a good question. So over the past decade, tooling requirement has been shifted from the focusing mainly on durability to the cost, faster development, cost effective, higher precision and greater flexibility. Means earlier the concept was that means people want the durable product, but now
Right.
the changes is happening so fast. They want the product in lesser time with good quality and greater flexibility so that they can launch or they can make various options or various vehicle variants
Right.
in lesser lead time.
Right.
And in two-wheeler, rapid model refreshness and styling changes are demanded on a shorter development cycle time and high
Right.
quality tooling. Passenger vehicle also now required advanced tooling due to the stricter quality standard, lightweight design, safety requirement, and obviously increasing the EV adoption. So biggest industry-wise changes has been the more towards the digital engineering, tighter tolerances, and first-time right tooling
Right.
concept.
Okay.
And
Okay.
obviously, Tourism plays the strategic role in the supporting of innovation, quality, speed to the market, and competitiveness, rather than the simply supplying the manufacturing tool.
Okay. Okay.
So the tool room work as well as the involvement is now is a multi-directional.
Okay. Sir, you mentioned in all the segment the lead time has shortened. So,
Yeah.
roughly how much it has come down? Like if we compare from 10 years before, a tool requirement cycle from any of these segment, let's go with the two-wheeler. How much time we had earlier and how much time we have now when it comes to developing a new tool?
It is almost 40% reduction,
40%. Okay.
approximately. Yeah. Earlier, we get the more time for developing the tool. Now, customer is always
Okay.
looking
Okay.
for the as minimum as possible time for tooling.
Right. Okay. 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 So, my next question is about the report from Goldman Sachs. It's American, one of the largest bank. In the report, they mentioned that Indian automotive component industry is set to grow about 10 to 12% CAGR for next 5 to 6 years at least, and it will reach from 86 billion US dollar right now to about 124 billion in next 5 7 years. The interesting part of this report is that it says that machining and tooling is going to be the key factor if we have to achieve this growth, and it will be a key driver as well. So, as according to you, how prepared are the Indian tooling industry and our capability to cater to this growth in the automotive industry?
So the projected growth of the Indian auto company industry is both realistic and encouraging. And it's significant that precision machining and tooling are recognized as a growth imbalance rather than the support function. And to support this
Okay.
growth, Indian tool room must focus on the advanced machinery, digital engineering, faster
Right.
development through simulation and virtual validation,
Right.
and global quality standards. Equally important is developing skilled designer, programmer, and the tool maker, which is the very major part
Hmm.
of the tool room, where we are lacking the most. And
Right.
as a global company, diversified supply chain, India has a strong opportunity to emerge as a preferred manufacturing destination
Okay.
with continual investment in technology, talent, and innovation.
Mm-hmm.
Indian tool rooms can become a globally competitive center for precision engineering and advanced manufacturing. So we have to focus more on the our designer skill programmer as well as tool maker. So starting of the tooling is first is product design, second is the tool design. In my opinion, these are the two seeds of the tool manufacturing industry.
Right.
If the product design is good and feasible for the manufacturing, and in both cases, the designer, both designer, means tool designer as well as the product designer, should have the deep knowledge of the
Okay.
manufacturing processes of tool room. If they
Right.
have
Right.
that knowledge, then and they apply those knowledge into their design, then definitely the design will come out good and it is going to be manufactured easily, and whatever we are expecting from the tool room, it will be easily achievable.
Right. Okay. 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 Thank you. So, coming to the next question, where you spoke about role of tool and die industry is going to increase, but we see that in most of the organization, a significant share of tooling costs gets committed during the design stage itself, well before the tool room is involved. So in your experience, at what point of new product development cycle the tooling input is needed, and do you think that involvement of tool room or tooling professionals is important at the design stage only for tier one suppliers like yourself?
Yes. So adds the greatest value during the concept design and product design stage, as I mentioned earlier
Okay,
also.
right.
Before designing are finalized at that this point, key decision affecting manufacturability, tooling cost, quality, and timeline are still flexible.
Hmm.
Means if tooling person get involved in from the product design stage,
Yeah,
and he can give the good input how
right,
the
right.
tool is going to be the easy to manufacture and how we are going to reduce the lead time. Because many
Okay,
features in the product design is like that. If you are going to make into the tooling, which take the more time, and
hmm,
in reality, those uh, typical or complex feature are not required neither from the product point of view nor the functional point of view. But since
okay,
the designers does not have the that deep knowledge, so if we involve the tool room people early in DFM stage, it helps to optimize the part geometry, tolerances, material selection, draft angles, and the manufacturable feasibility. And small
right,
design
right.
movement improvement at that stage can significantly reduce the complexity of the future cost.
Okay, okay, right, right. So, sir, you spoke about involvement of tool room at the DFM stage plays a very big role. At this stage, what would you like to suggest to a tool room as well? Like as a tier one supplier, if you are developing certain product and you are at the DFM stage and you want to involve a tool room, what kind of capabilities you look into them? What kind of knowledge you expect them to have to help you with your design activities?
So involvement of the tool room is on an initial stage is depending upon the purely depending upon the project management because tool room does not get involved by himself
Okay.
on the product design stage. So it is a joint effort of a project management team. So as they involve means the other department into the DFM stage and tool room
Okay.
is if they involve the tool room also, then definitely they will get the good input and which is going to reduce their lead time and improve the product quality.
Okay. So many a times we see that there is huge competition from the price point of view. So as a customer, from your perspective, how important is the balance between cost, quality, reliability, and delivery? And what advice would you like to give to a, let's say, a tool room, tool makers who is ready to or who is trying to move beyond the price sensitive or price based competition and moving towards the more quality based or delivery based competition? What advice would you give?
So tooling is an investment. It is not a
Right,
simply purchase. So while cost matter, quality, reliability, and delivery have a much greater impact on a long-term manufacturing performance. So
right,
a low-cost tool that causes the downtime, quality issues, or maintenance problem often becomes more expensive over its life cycle.
right,
Whereas the OEM looking for the supplier who is consistently deliver quality, reliability, and the predictable execution. So toolmakers should focus on the value creation through engineering capability, simulation, project management, and process improvement. Early involvement of in DFM and manufacturability improvement can also create significant customer value, while the competitive price opens the door. Long-term business is built on performance, trust, and technical expertise.
okay, right. Uh, just moving on to the next question. So at Uno, you must be having so many suppliers, tool makers, as your suppliers. And before also you have worked in many industries, and I'm sure you must have dealt with so many tool makers before. According to you, what distinguishes a tool maker who constantly receives orders versus tool maker who wins occasional orders? Like if I have to become your constant supplier, what I need to do and what makes me still a kind of a tool maker who is just your occasional supplier, like project to project basis kind of things.
So in that case, the main factor is the trust. Initial order may be won through the price or uh, pricing or capability, but repeat
Hmm.
business order and through the consistent performance.
Okay, okay,
Customer values the supplier who deliver the quality on time, communicate transparently, and respond quickly to the issue. So every
okay,
customer is looking for the these few main things at present. A
Right.
successful toolmaker also contributes the engineering expertise by participating in DFM reviews and suggesting the improvement.
Okay.
So making the tool and delivering the tool is not means customer is not looking for that nowadays.
Right.
So
Okay. Okay.
strong project management and after sales support further strengthen customer confidence. Continued continuous investment in technology, quality system, and workforce development is a signal for the long-term commitment. And in simple terms, quotation may be win orders, but consistency, reliability, and partnership wins repeat orders.
Okay. Okay. So you mentioned about response to the issues and transparency. So what are those
Hmm.
issues you are mentioning while working with some of these tool makers? What are the challenges you have found that the tool makers still need to work on?
See, when we manufacture the tool, so whomsoever are here for the tooling
Yeah.
industry, they can understand very well. So challenges are there, and the come out from the tooling, whatever the product come out, it also has
Hmm.
some issues or some if it is going to be assembled with some other part. So there may be issues in that. So whatever the issues or problem we are facing in that, so it should be communicated to the customer upfront in valid
Okay.
advance, so
Okay.
that at the time of the event there should not be any surprise. So if we communicate the problem well in advance, then the solution can be find out accordingly and action to be taken on that.
So according to you, communication is still the biggest bottleneck.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Before the next question to the audience, if you have any question from Mr. Suneet, keep on posting on the chat box and I'll read it after our conversation, after like 10 minutes or so. Thank you. Sir, moving on to the next question. So as we know, in your introduction also I mentioned, you have worked with, tool makers from various countries and you have literally worked in Mexico, USA, China, and many other places. What kind of difference you particularly found working with the tool makers there versus here? What Indians can still learn from tool makers working in Mexico and America or many other places where you
So
have experience?
first of all, I would like to mention that maximum tools from the for the US and Mexico. Mexico still is having the manufacturing facility, but most of the US tools are made by the Chinese tool makers or Korean tool makers. So
Okay.
in those countries, if I talk about the China, the main difference is the infrastructure and the coordination between the tool shops.
Okay.
So they have the huge infrastructure. Huge means huge. And within the vicinity, whatever the tool makers are there, they are well connected and they support each other. And in Bharat, we are lagging lagging behind on that. First, the infrastructure because we have the individual infrastructure. Individual means some company has some infrastructure, whether it is big or small, doesn't matter. But in China, it is completely government supported as well.
Okay.
So main difference And no doubt, the talent what we have in Bharat, it is the good, but resource and the infrastructure we are lagging behind. We are on an improving path nowadays.
Okay, okay. So, so basically, 2 point you mentioned mainly is that Indian tool makers are working mainly in silos, like not collaborating much with each other. Second is we have the talent, but infrastructure is still is the issue.
Yes.
Sir, many times people say that, even Indian companies are using some of those high quality machines, software, tools, and every other thing, but still we are not able to produce the kind of precision the Chinese or our other counterparts from Europe and Japan, Korea are producing. In that case, is this the talent or is the issue? Is like finding skilled manpower or tool engineers?
Yes. Talent and skill manpower is very much required in the tooling industry.
Right, right.
Means
I got
whatever
it.
the you are
And
going
sir,
to,
sorry.
yeah. So as I was saying, whatever the responsibility or work we
Y-
have given to our manpower, they should have the
Right.
thorough knowledge of that.
Okay, okay.
Because
Coming
many
to
small,
technology, since you
yeah,
mentioned,
hmm, yes,
yeah, please go ahead, sir.
hello. I think connection is
Yeah,
dropping in
saying
between.
that since you brought up the point of technology, yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes, yes,
Hello.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you spoke
Now
about
I
the
heard.
technology. I was just, I wanted to ask which particular technology, manufacturing practice, or any kind of management system do you believe every progressive tool maker should have in-house to remain most competitive in the next decade?
So to remain competitive, Tulu must invest in the digital engineering, precision machining, automation, and advanced metrology like the CAD/CAM simulation,
Okay,
5-axis machining, automated inspection,
okay,
Industry 4.0, and the digital project
okay.
management system. So simulation, CAD/CAM, and
Mm-hmm.
5-axis machining and digital project management. These are the major key points where we focus so that we can reduce the development time because all these are related to the development and reducing the development.
Right. Okay.
And equally important are strong quality system, APQP practice, risk management, and project execution discipline.
Okay.
And they should strengthen their DFM and concurrent engineering capability to
Okay.
support customer in product development cycle.
Okay. 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 Just a couple of from side before we, audience question. As we know that cost optimization is a constant expectation. So beyond the commercial negotiation with suppliers, where do you see the most meaningful opportunities to bring down the tooling and production cost without compromising on the quality? How can we do that?
So the cost saving comes from the engineering and process improvement, first of all, rather than the price
Okay.
negotiation.
Okay.
And effective
Okay.
DFM reviews can simplify tooling, reduce complexity, and
दिक्कत वही है ये वो नई बात बना पड़ा
Mm-hmm.
improve manufacturability early in development. And
Okay.
tool design optimization, component standardization,
उसमें
simulation,
चेंजेस फिर भी हो
and
गए
reduce
Yeah. Yeah.
development interaction can significantly lower the cost. And on production side, improving the machine utilization, preventive
Mm-hmm.
maintenance, and the process stability deliver the sustainable things. Automation, digitization, and
Okay.
quality improvement initiatives also reduce waste and improve productivity.
Okay. Right. So uh, at the last, sir, what message would you like to give to the Indian tool makers? How they should optimize this growing opportunity in the automotive industry? What all they need to do, and eventually your message as someone who is a tool maker himself,
ये
interacting with
रनल
so
प्ले की
many
बात
tool
कर
and
रहा है
die
मेरा
makers in day in day
भाई
out.
इस आदमी
Yeah.
से रनल प्ले पूछ रहा है।
May I request everyone to keep yourself in mute, Mr. Tyagi? Please, if you can be in mute. Yes, sir.
So message is very simple. Combine traditional craftsmanship with modern technology. Invest in people as much as machine, and
Yeah.
position yourself as a solution provider rather than the just a tool supplier. That is the path to long-term competitiveness and growth.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Okay, so thank you so much. I'll now just read out the questions we have from the audience. I'll just take one by one. We have so many questions. From Mr. Umesh Roti, he says we are planning to set up two new room. We are planning to set up new tool room. So I think he's asking for your suggestions. What all he needs to do since he's setting up new tool room.
Okay. So it depends on the for which product they are setting up the tool room. So
Okay, yeah,
all
so
depends on machine selection is all depend on that.
right,
Yeah.
got it.
So it
So
is a yeah. Please go ahead.
yeah, Mr. Umesh, if you can provide more details, probably we can read it out to you. Now we move to next question from Mr. Gopalakrishnan, who is also executive council member of Tagma. He asks, so as one of the top tier one company in India, what would you like to suggest to OEMs and what insist and also insist with your tool makers, cost reduction of tooling or improvement of tooling quality?
In both the things is important. The
Right.
cost reduction in the tooling is beneficial for the tool maker point of view. Okay.
Okay.
And the quality of product, definitely everyone is looking for the quality of products
Hmm.
nowadays. So both the things are related to each other. So we can toolmaker can reduce the uh, cost of tooling by improving in the processes and improving into the design, tool design, and adopting the simplification of the processes. In my opinion, I would prefer to do the means to do the machining on as much as possible on the VMC wire cut. Means if you are able to avoid the ADM, then it will be a good example of the cost saving and
Right.
improving the quality as well.
Got it. Now, another question from Mr. Bharatlal Yadav. He asks, is there any AI tool available in market to use for tooling design for optimization?
Many supplier claims that they are working on that, but in my
Okay.
opinion, AI can help out the to means optimize the standardized things. Whatever you give the input to AI, it will give you the result as per them. But the complexity and the what improvement and the criticality of the tool design must come from the tool designer's mind.
Right. Another question from Mr. Mahadevan Thangraj. He asks why the lead time in India are always high, cost too. Is that a mindset? Also, I had seen many Indian tool makers try to push something, still have scope for corrections, but on the other side, China or Singapore or Europe doesn't do that. Will this mindset can we have a repeated business from America or Europe?
See, there are many challenges. In Bharat, we are losing the time on the non-productive activity more. And the mindset is also a factor. Uh, Many people don't think through how to optimize the process or how can I what can I do for reducing the timeline or reducing the lead time, not the complete mold manufacturing, the simple machining process. So if the tool room people means related to each and every machining process like tool designer or VNC operator, VNC section in charge, whenever they get the job to do, they have to think through how we can optimize this thing or how can we optimize the machining of this. So
Right.
if they think in that manner, so definitely we will come down on the total development
Okay.
and avoid unnecessary processes which is not required.
Right. Next question is from Mr. Ganpati Bhatt. He says, what is the contribution of raw material like different tool steel which is being used in dies and tools? Which raw materials are the best for tool and die making, whether conventional tool steel or pre-hardened tool steel with no HT required materials? Has any big advantage in reducing manufacturing lead times, and also how will it impact the performance and tool life?
It depends what kind of tool you are making for which component. If you are making the tool for the bumpers or the grills, then pre-hardened material is better. And if you are making the precise small tools, then through hardened is always better to increase the tool life.
Okay.
And there are different uh, grade of material is available. So if we need the polished surface or high gloss finish, or if we have the surface treatment, so accordingly we have to select the material, and it should be done at the stage of the DFM or pre-tool design stage, so
Okay.
that at the end we do not face any problem
Okay.
related to this.
Right. Then there is another question from Mr. DK Dikshit. He's asked why Indian customers are giving good cost to Chinese and Korean tool room and not to the Indian tool room. Is that true? And can you answer that, Mr. Sunil?
Somewhat it is true. It is only because of what, as per in my opinion, maybe many people don't agree with that. As I mentioned, they have the infrastructure and structured manufacturing facility there. And in Bharat, we don't have such kind of coordination. If I have the tool room, my own tool room at my area, and say the third factory is also having a tool room, and he is having a machine which I don't have, and I need the support of that. So there may be a conflict or there may be a challenges to get the machine and work done on that. But in China, it is not like that. They have the good coordination. And one more thing I would like to mention, the availability of raw materials. That is also a challenge in Bharat. If we want the raw material to make the core cavity and all, so sometime it takes the 10 to 12 days, but there it is readily available.
Okay. Yeah. Next question is from Mr. Vishal Patel. He asked, are we creating more manufacturing ecosystem just like in China, like Shenzhen and Taizhou? Which Indian city are more preferable and how many years India will take to reach that level?
So individually, if we are talking about the individual player or individual industrialist, if they want to do that, then it will take long time. So government has to step in to means standardize the infrastructure and build up the infrastructure for that for the tooling
Right,
industry.
right. And which Indian city
There,
you feel are like has the biggest ecosystem, best ecosystem for tooling?
for tooling, the Delhi NCR, they have the good many tool makers as well
Right,
as the West region, Pune and all.
right. Okay. Uh, Another question from Mr. Kumar. He says, based on our analysis, most of the tool failure are due to design related issues. However, the design team is not accepting these design failures or taking corrective actions. I think it's not a question, it's a statement. So,
But that is true.
yeah. Then we have a question from Mr. Rangilal Verma. Is hot runner play important role for tooling industry?
Yes,
Of
definitely.
course, yeah. Yeah. Another question from Mr. Gopala Krishnan. As a leading tier one, will you be ready to handhold tool makers who are Tagma members? If so, how can they approach you?
It depends. They can connect me, no issue.
Right,
But yeah, so time management, I need to see based on that.
right. Just couple of questions I'll take from now. Mr. Kulwan Singh asked, nowadays customer is more focusing on developing domestic tooling suppliers, moving from China to India. Is this case difficult to provide them competitive cost as compared with China? What we should do to get the project or how we can give confidence to the customer?
See, we have to be a solution provider to them. The cost means getting the order cost is not a matter. You can get the order one time, but how you perform after that, how your services to customer, it depends. So getting the confidence of the customer by providing the services and supporting for the as a solution provider, then definitely it will be a good opportunity for getting the new order and the consistent growth.
There is question from Mr. Ravi Kiran. Dear sir, is really Indian tool makers are costlier compared to China and other countries? Are buyer trying to negotiate saying that we are costlier than the other countries? Do you think it is true?
Not exactly. It
Okay,
depends case to case.
right. Another question, how Indian tool room can survive in cost cutting race against high quality requirement?
By process improvement and improvement in the machining, how do you simplify the machining and use as much as possible the low cost processes? In my opinion, I feel the EDM is the high cost and highly time consuming operation. So
Right.
if you replace the EDM operation with the VNC, then it will be a game changer thing.
Okay.
And obviously you will get the better quality
Right.
from the VNC.
Another question from Mr. Kumar. He says currently our tool room manufactures an average of 25 to 30 molds per month. What strategies would you recommend to further increase this capacity?
See, it is directly proportional to the how what infrastructure do you have. So
Yeah.
means days is fixed, machine capacity is fixed. So if you need to increase the capacity from the existing infrastructure, so in that case you need to see what type of work you can offload, which is not non-critical. So offload those work and do the critical work in-house and track them properly.
Okay. Right. We have one question, one last question I'll take. One second. Actually, there are so many questions, but I don't think we can take all of these because Mr. Sunit has to leave. I'll just take one last question. What is the future of lightning parts tool room in India? How it will be profiting in terms of lead time and cost?
So lighting parts are very much in India. There are many suppliers who are making the lighting molds for automotive. So it is a growing thing. So we have to be more involved in that. It is a means what should I say? It is a transferring of the technology from outside India to Bharat. So
Okay.
it is a good opportunity.
Uh, there is a question from Mr. Sriraj. He asks a question to Tagma. When is the ITS 2026? ITS 2026 is on November 17 and 18 in Leela Ambience Hotel, Gurugram. So I suggest everyone to visit that. And we will also invite Mr. Sunit to be speaker there. So probably you will be able to meet him in person and, get answer to your queries then and there also. So thank you so much. I don't think we can take any more questions. Mr. Sunit has another meeting to join, so we'll have to leave. Thank you so much, Mr. Sunit, for joining us today and sharing your experience with us. Uh, the things you have suggested about the Indian tool room, it makes a lot of sense, and definitely our audience also have learned something new today. Thank you so much again, and I'll be in touch. And I really hope that you can join us again in the ITS 2026. It is India's largest conference for tooling and die industry. We'll have about 450 to 500 audience and about 40 speakers. So would like to see you there. To everyone who joined, thank you so much for joining us today from taking out time from your previous set. Stay tuned for next tool talk and see you all at ITS 2026.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.